and we are ready to start.
Hello, everyone.
So,
I'm David from Fiberlady Yarns.
And I'm Michelle. I'm hiding behind the camera today.
Because this is my idea, and since I make the yarn, and there's a room to my left that I make it all, and I love to see what you guys do with our yarns and fibers. So what I'm gonna do, we've done this before where we had a contest. When you guys walk into our booth or when you send me a picture of something you've made, I'm always like, wow, you guys are incredible. And then I want to go make more yarn. So what we're going to do starting today, you're the first to find out, and it's going to go through December 1st. So today through December 1st, if you make something or knit something, crochet, felt, weave, or spin up fiber, you have a chance to win cash money. So it could be a gift certificate. No, it's not going to be a gift certificate. It'll be hard cash. Well,
or a check.
It'll be a Visa card for $100 or. Yeah. But it's not. I mean, you can spend the money anywhere if you win. So how are we going to do this, you ask? Okay, so starting today, let's just say there's going to be cash awards for 5 different categories. That's 4. Sorry, let me get this right. It's on the website. There's either, you can go to fiberlady.com. Under the main menu, under more, there's a sample contest, or the slider that goes by. There is one of the sliders that's for the sample contest. Just click on it and it'll take you to the page with all the rules. So what we're doing is you send me a picture, or if you see us in a booth, or if you came by this, if you're local and come by the store, we'll get the picture of it and some information about how it was made, what product you used, the author, if it's you or if it's somebody else's pattern, great. I want to make sure that that author gets their due for, great pattern. Anyway, so let's just say the knitting, use all the knitting samples that are pictures that are sent. Michelle, she's the ruler of who the best ones are, the ones she likes the most. The winner of that category gets a $50, let's say Visa card, $50 cash. Then there'll be a crochet winner for $50, and then there's a woven sample for $50. It's up in this corner here, I think.
There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, this camera, there's supposed to be a way to turn that off, but I don't know yet.
But we can't find it.
So so that's $50 for knitting, $50 for crochet, $50 for woven, and then there's another $25 for if you were to buy or have some already, some of our various spinning fibers, and you spin a lot. Even if you spin up a big bobbin, the most yardage and or the most yarn you make, and then if you make a sample, it's even better. So that's another 25. So then of all of that, there's going to be a grand prize. So that's the $100 that I showed you earlier. Here's the $100. So in other words, the grand prize winner, the minimum you will win is $150.
No, minimum is 125.
Oh, true. You're correct. But I mean, and then I ask that you only send in 1 entry per category. So you could send in an entry for knitting, 1 entry for crochet, 1 for woven. If you were I know some of you are machines and can just knock stuff out.
And are multi-craft.
And multi-crafting. So yeah, it's just try to make sure it's 1 sample per category. And then again, Michelle she is the judge and the ruler of the winner, or who is not the winner. when we did this before, it was in 2019, is the only other time we did this. The winner, it wasn't so much the most complex, but the way she used colors, it was her own design, and it was a crocheted item, and the colors were stunning. And what we did with that is she won the money. Then we actually paid her for her sample, and we took it to Stitches West, and we actually put it in the fashion show, and we sold kits, and she made a little money on the patterns. So we have no problem doing that again. So that's where the contest is, and it just excites me to see what you guys do when we see.
And to be clear, it does not have to be your own pattern. If you use a published pattern, we'd like to know the name of the pattern and the author's name so we can give credit when we post any pictures.
Yeah, and it's possible that that author, we may be able to contact that person to see about getting more of that pattern to make them happy too. So that's where we are with this contest, and we're again starting today and going through December. So all you would do is go to, if you have a picture, and preferably something we haven't seen before. So something preferably new, or something, as Michelle said, if you have something in your stash right now, a perfect time to use it. And then we would so either you can, through info@fiberlady.com, which is, you can send the picture and your contact information and just a little what about your sample, and then or again, if you're local, because was it yesterday, right before this event, we had our podcast yesterday. A young lady called, and she walked in the building 10 minutes before we started our podcast, and she made a little top with some of our bamboo. So we took pictures of it yesterday. And then the bonus is, of all this, you'll get a discount for another 25% off more yarn for your next sample, regardless, winner, loser, that's all time. If you came into our booth or buy something, you send me a picture anytime, I'll send you a discount for 25% off your next Fiberlady yarns and fiber order. I can't give the discount on the needles, but on fiber and yarn I can. So like right behind us, like from here, is another sample, an idea. This is a felting sample. They needle felted our bamboo. And there's a felting store in Austin that she uses our bamboo like crazy for needle felting. So needle felting projects are acceptable as well. We love them. And then like here is woven. This customer, she knew I gave discounts, and we went to this show another year, and she walks in the booth with this sample. You can't feel it, but if you did, it's amazing. This is with our 2 skeins only of our Vivax yarn, which is our fine lace. Well, she told me I was about ready to give her her sample, her discount, and she tells me I don't like the colors I chose. So I gave her, I think 2 or 3 free skeins of yarn, and she gave me this sample. And then we kitted it up, and we've been selling these. She just remade it. She did not like this.
She didn't like
that soft yellow of the weft, so she redid it in the weft with a darker color. So this was a sample that one of our customers has done over the years. So there's another one, and then if you've seen us, like here's a knitted sample with this is Moso.
Yes, Mosa cotton.
This is our fingering weight bamboo cotton. So 2 skeins of our yarn will easily make something like this. This is 1 skein. Can you see it on the camera?
Yes, 1 skein in
this is 1 skein of our fingering weight. See how far? It's 650 yards. So it goes a long way. You don't need to make a big project. You don't need, like this is 4 skeins. We love it. It's awesome. But no, the winner the last contest, she only used 2 skeins of our Makimo.
2 skeins on the cables and braids.
The cables and braids. I don't see it.
The gray
Oh
one.
yeah. 2 skeins. And this was
A skein and a half.
this was the hitchhiker pattern from several years ago that was so hot. And this is a skein and a half. So again, it's not, you don't need a lot of. The previous winner of the weave crochet was only a 1 skein pattern, and the knitted sample I think was 2. It was, yeah. So we're not. You don't have to make something humongous if you want to do this. Something simple and beautiful, and fun. Don't make this. You know, if it's not fun, don't do it. You know, let's have fun doing this. Because when you guys walk into our booth, I can normally spot our yarn in a sample a mile away, and we love it. It's just awesome. So, you know, if any of you need some more yarn, of course, go ahead and order it. We have plenty of it. Behind the camera, there's about 500 skeins. So, another sample we have is, let's see right here.
We got the color steps up above.
I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of
I can see part of it.
We have the color steps, which is a simple. The pattern again is not complex. It's 4 skeins stepped in tonals, and each one has a different knitted pattern. Is that crocheted or knitted?
That one's crocheted.
See, I don't know all of that.
Oh, sorry, that one's knitted. We have the crocheted sample.
There you go.
Maybe.
No, I think that's at home. That's what I.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if all of you are excited. We also have, like our lace weight, we still have on clearance our Chiku yarn. We're getting, so that's 1,000 yards per skein. You know, if you can't, let me see this one. Let me grab this. I'm just off camera. A young lady, just 1 skein, 2.
What? 1.
This is 1 skein.
1 skein, 2 packs of beads.
This was our lace weight yarn. We met a young lady, got to be almost 10 years ago, from
over 10 years.
Abilene. Is that?
Yep.
And she was a young designer, and she made this with 1 of our skeins of yarn. And then she went back to Abilene, and I believe she had started her family, and we've never.
She had her 3rd child.
And we've never seen her, you know, the young lady again. But she was an upcoming young designer. But again, here's 1 skein of yarn, and how far it'll go. So, so that's that. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys starting to think of any cool ideas?
Do you guys ever do hats?
Oh gosh, yes, off camera. There's one. Michelle's going to. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Shawls.
No, you're right. There's in the other room. Also, you can't see it. There's a picture.
This is done with the wool yarn. The bamboo yarns aren't quite so good for
Yeah, that is true, though.
Much better.
Oh,
Okay, and then
there's a question about the pattern.
this pattern is designed by. Oh, you know who the Knitting Fairy is if you're local? Alyssa Barton. She's a big time teacher here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. She had a store for a long time, and she was she's like every local show she's been a teacher, and she's certified, and she's got some books with patterns in it. Her name is Alyssa Barton, Barton.
But I think all the patterns are listed under Knitting Fairy.
Yeah, maybe her pattern author name may be Knitting Fairy. That's a good question. Also, I think also included what you can use, or what is all branded Fiberlady yarns and fiber, and the new Davy Baby yarn that I've been making under I don't make the yarn, I just dye it, and it does have some stretch in it. It's wool, cashmere, and nylon. It would work.
Yeah.
Yes, it would, and that's a good question. So that's the only yarns I think. You know, some of the metallics have some stretch to it. I don't know if it has enough though. That's a good question though. But there was a lady years ago. She went and wove. She wove just a block of our yarn, and then she cut it up as like she and with sewing, she sewed a hat together for her husband. She said her husband loved it. So that's one of the samples I'll always remember. So I got the pictures on I printed it, and it's on one of our background wall displays in the other room. So that's a very good question. Yeah, but yeah, they're all shawls you see, right? No, it's fun. If you look at the page on fiberlady.com.
Well, we do have one sweater up there.
Oh
and
yeah.
The finer weight yarn takes 2 skeins. That one takes 4.
This one here.
Yes.
I was gonna say the
got another one almost ready. I just
at our last Stitches oh well at Stitches West this year a lady walked into our booth, and she's a felter, and it's a picture of it is on the sample page under the contest. It's called 2022 sample fiber or sample yarn contest. Anyway, she walked into our booth, and she just had a mesh clear piece of fabric, and and then
it was Nuno felted.
It was Nuno felted, and there's a picture of it on the as a sample on our website on that page at the very bottom.
Yeah, we are listed as resources in a couple of Nuno felting books that are out there.
Right. So again, it doesn't have to be big. It just has to be fun. And like I said, the last winner, she was not the most complex by any means. It was just her choice of colors and what she decided to make with it. It was just a really neat idea. So there you go. So now we're really excited about it, and because we love it. I mean, just when you guys walk in with or send me a picture, even if it's not for the contest, anytime you want to send me a picture of something you've made, please do it. There's one lady that we met. All she would do is buy like this beautiful color. This is a newer color I've made in our bamboo fiber. She would take these beautiful wood bobbins and just spin up and fill bobbins, these beautiful wood bobbins with our different color fiber. And she would put them in her coffee table in her living room as almost a decorative piece. And so she sent me a picture of like 10 bobbins of beautiful colored fiber on her coffee table. And yes, I sent her a discount, and she bought more fiber. So we just want you guys. It really upsets me not upsets me, but when I see you guys and you'll say, "Oh, I bought your yarn 4 years ago or some last year," and I'm like, "What'd you do with it?" And it's not much yet. So I'm like, "No, you got to use our yarn. Don't buy any until you make something with some of our yarn." So like if you walk in the store, sometimes I'll be making something totally original, or there's leftover fiber or leftover whatever, and I'll throw something together. And if you happen to walk in the building at any time, at that time, I may just give it to you and say, "Here, try this." Because there's about 5, if Michelle's in the building, it goes home with her. But she's not been up here a lot. But yeah, I have about 1.5 pounds of something I threw together in the back right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I'm never going to make it again. So I'll probably just skein it off, and I'll take it to one of the shows, and one of you will find it in a bin and say, "Can I get this and it'll be on clearance." So any other questions or thoughts on this contest?
Yeah, unmute yourselves if you need to talk.
Do you still have any of that bright colored multicolored stuff you had a couple of days ago?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I
There's
see it
still
again?
The fiber?
No,
the yarn.
Oh,
the
the yarn.
6 color Makimo
the
with the
Fiesta.
silver on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you-
We've sold
Can
a
I
couple.
see it?
Yeah. Don't go away. I'll be right back. You're talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bring it up to the camera so we can get a.
I was gonna
close-up.
open one up. It's 4 colors. Sorry. It's so it's got
Okay,
the.
and that's the darker one, right?
Oh no, there's
Oh, the darker one.
I want the darker one.
behind the camera. There's about 50 of them in every style.
Yeah.
No,
Go
you
to the
had,
back, What's that?
Not.
you had a lighter one and you had a darker one.
Yeah,
And
no, it's
that's
not in
the-
gold, Michelle.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow, she found one in gold. Without the we have it with the metallic or without the metallic, and the colorway is called Fiesta. So if you're on the website, we have Fiesta in almost every style of yarn. Throw it here. I can hold 2 skeins of yarn and catch a third one. So with the gold, without the gold. Fiesta we have in every color.
Yeah, it was when you only had 6 skeins left of it.
No, of this lighter one, yes.
Okay, no, it was a darker one, so it's probably the one without the gold.
Yeah, well, I had this one marked down to 25. These are regularly 24. So we have plenty of these. So
Okay, I'm gonna get one of those and make a hat.
yay, team. I'm setting this one aside right now. Right now, I'm setting it aside. So there you go. Yeah, these
It's
are. What's that?
It's the one without the gold in it. It's the brightest one, right?
Right. Put it.
Okay.
It's in Michelle's hands right now. So it's funny though. Like if you don't have the luxury of being local, but there's times when like this yarn I showed you here. I'll just once they're dry, they'll be in the store sitting somewhere, and someone will walk in and say, "Can I buy this?" I'm like, "Of course you can." And there's one color I made years ago. I sold out before I even had a name for them. So you never know. And I don't list all those online. Some customers will call and I'll FaceTime and I'll walk you through the store like today, like you just were wanting to see the different yarns. A customer last week actually called me and I walked around the store and I showed her anything she wanted to see. So don't hesitate to do that because it can be quiet around here some days because we're hidden away in a little industrial park because we mostly do wholesale and we ship. And the local visitors know that their only job is to cover the rent. So you just come in just enough to cover the rent and the lights. So, and then we just hang out in the back and make more stuff to ship. So like today we came in and we have a bunch of little items because we had the new Chow Gu come out and we're packaging those up pretty quick. Oh, we lost it again. I got it. There it is. So, any other questions or you want to see anything?
Discount code. Do you
The
have a
discount code for
We'll send
Stitches?
yes, contest details are online. Nathania just posted the link to it. And we will send the 25% discount code when you submit your entry. To everyone who submits an entry, that will also be your receipt to let you know that we did get it.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, do you have a discount code for Stitches this weekend?
for other yarns. You know what?
I don't think you did one this time.
Not for that yarn, I didn't. Not for I did it for this yarn. I didn't do for everything. You know what? We'll give you 10%. I can just don't order a meat right now.
Just give me 10% in the notes when you submit your sale.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
The discount for the rest of the month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every
Thank you.
time we do one of these, I just discount some yarns, not all, but we'll do it for you, sure.
Thank you.
Oh, Michelle says there's actually a button in our old system. If you've ever visited us at a booth, there is a Dave discount button. And it's literally named because I'll give you a discount. Or if you buy multiple skeins, I'll generally give you a discount. Of any, you can mix and match, I'll give you a discount. The lady on FaceTime the other day, she bought 13 skeins. I threw in one or two and gave her like 15% off and free shipping.
Yeah.
So
Yes, for mine, they're free.
yeah, the
shipping
free
on
shipping is not, because shipping yarn is
Over
easy,
24.
so that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So, are any of you going to be at Stitches SoCal in November? Because if you are, you can bring a sample in there at SoCal. And with the only other event we're doing live between now and then is in the local area. We're doing DFW Fiberfest in September. So you can bring in a sample there as if you're going to be at that show. It's a great show. And the 13th year, 14th year for Fiberfest. So, and we enjoy SoCal. This is the third SoCal, right, Nathania? I think so. So, yeah, we'll be there in November. So, anybody else have any good questions? You guys are
Dave.
great.
Yeah, Dave, you may have mentioned it earlier, but do you know when you're going to have the new Chagu needles?
We have the tips and the Swift cables right now. Chowgu's best estimate is that they will be shipping them to the shops in the fall or end of 2022. They just really don't know when they're going to come in.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, yesterday we had a Chagu session, and there was we got information for two people, one or two, that we, as soon as they come in, we'll notify you. If you want to, in the chat even, if you want to leave your information, or email info@fiberlady.com what you're interested in. And the minute they come in, we'll let you know.
Okay.
And again, it's free shipping, so.
Yeah, thank you, Margot Lynn, for letting us know. It's the 15th year, the quinceañera.
Margot Lynn who?
Margot Lynn.
Right.
Our Margot
I didn't
Lynn.
know she was on. She actually started.
I know, you were talking and
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Because Margot Lynn, she's helped us in a couple of our booths recently too. We like our Margot Lynn, so.
I like your yarn.
Matter of fact, that hat you guys saw earlier, Alyssa Barton was the it's her pattern, but Margot Lynn's the one that knitted it.
Yep.
So it's a small world with you guys. So there you go. So any other questions, or you want to see something? Don't be shy. So yeah, the Davy Baby yarn. I'm gonna grab one of those. Don't go away. I'll be right here.
Where's, oh, the socks are in the other room.
The new Davy Baby yarn. Again, I decided I would indie dye some wool yarns that we don't make, and just sell them locally or take them to shows. And it has the cashmere, wool, and nylon in it. And then so it's under, I forget, is it sport weight?
It's a sock weight.
It's a sock weight yarn. So on the website you'll see Davy Baby, and then all the colors are they're named after chess terms, because I'm trying to learn how to play chess better. So these are great for samples, and I would love to see.
And how many yards?
The yardage on these is 435 yards for one skein. Normally there's on these podcasts, there's a local lady named Wanda. Is she out there?
Yes.
She
I'm here.
loves this yarn. Every time we do a podcast, I get an order right after the show, or she drives over from Fort Worth and buys more, or
Yes.
in that area. Wanda. So there you go. So that is included in the contest too. So you know, I hope you guys are excited about this and want to try something new, or if you haven't tried our yarn before. Like there's a local knitter, I can never get her. She's a wool person. She'll never knit with anything and she's an incredible knitter, but she won't come off wool. So, and
Hmm.
I've tried to get her to try our yarn, but she hasn't yet. So maybe we'll find out if she ever tries some of our yarn. So, how are we doing on time?
We are 1 minute over, so
Any other questions, or you
Zoom
want
is
to?
gonna kick us out.
We have 3 minutes before it kicks us out or so. What do you guys think? Anybody else have any thoughts or ideas?
There's a question on is the bamboo strong enough for socks? Yes, it is. But if you use anything other than our Bouncy Boo or our Swirl,
It's
possibly, it's so drapey. If you've ever worn
Don't go away. I'll be right back.
cotton bobby socks from the 50s and 60s, it's going to knit up just like that. It will loosen up as you wear it, and they'll start sliding down.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, our
But our
bouncy,
Bouncy Boo is made just for socks.
right? It has, just like cotton, you need to add something to it for stretch. Our bouncy boo, one skein. We have it in about 40 colors now, and one skein will make a pair of socks and a fingerless mitt. I don't know if it's right or left-handed, but it'll make one fingerless mitt. And then you get, so one skein, and these are marked at $20 each. So they're and this is another thing. In our 16 years of being Fiberlady, we have not raised the prices of bamboo fiber or yarn yet. So matter of fact, the Bouncy Boo we brought down $1 or $2, just so you guys would have more. We would sell more, because a lot of times the sock yarn we found you guys will buy one at a time. So I'm trying to get you all to have one pair of socks with bamboo, our yarn. So don't be shy. There's about 40 colors, and these have nice stretch, and they wash and wear really well, so you can put them in the washer easily. So so it's, and, oops, she's got more.
And
She's got 4 patterns.
we've got colors for the ladies
And the
colors
gentlemen.
for the gentlemen.
Yes, I've been making. It's just fun to make this yarn. So and it's very, matter of fact, we've put this yarn in the washer, a dryer, because we were in a hurry to get to our first show with it, and to dry it, and it doesn't shrink. It doesn't. The stuff is really it's very durable, and it's already taken heat several times from the rinsing of the dyes. So there you go.
Now, to be clear, when I threw this unknitted skein of yarn in the dryer to dry it, I did put it in a lingerie bag before I threw it in.
But I can't do that with our other yarn, but the Bouncy Boo you can.